Shall we start?
Yes, chapter 1, characteristics of pure devotional service. Please go ahead. Haribol, can you hear me?
Yes. Chapter 1.
Yeah, go ahead, start.
Characteristics of pure devotional service. In Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd Canto, 29th chapter, verse 12 and 13, Srila Kapil Deva, while instructing his mother, has given the following characteristics of pure devotional service. My dear mother, those who are my pure devotees and who have no desire for material benefit or philosophical speculation have their minds so much engaged in my service that they are never interested in asking me for anything except to be engaged in that service. They do not even beg to live in my abode with me. There are five kinds of liberation, namely to become one with the Lord, to live with the Supreme Lord on the same planet, to have the same features as the Lord, to enjoy the same opulences as the Lord, and to live as a companion of the Lord. A devotee, what to speak of rejecting material sense gratification, does not even want any of the five kinds of liberation. He is satisfied simply by discharging loving service to the Lord. That is the characteristic of pure devotional service. In the above statement by Kapil Deva from Srimad Bhagavatam, the actual position of pure devotee is described, and the primary characteristics of devotional service are also defined. Further, the characteristics of devotional service are described by Rupa Goswami with evidences from different scriptures. He states that there are six characteristics of pure devotional service, which are as follows. Pure devotional service brings immediate relief from all kinds of material distress. Pure devotional service is the beginning of all auspiciousness. Pure devotional service automatically puts one in transcendental pleasure. Pure devotional service is rarely achieved. Those in pure devotional service deride even the conception of liberation. Pure devotional service is the only means to attract Krishna. Krishna is all attractive, but pure devotional service attracts even him. This means that pure devotional service is even transcendentally stronger than Krishna himself because it is Krishna's internal potency. Relief from material distress. In Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says that one should surrender unto him, giving up all other engagements. The Lord also gives his word there that he will protect surrendered souls from the reactions of all sinful activities. Srila Rupa Goswami says that the distresses from sinful activities are due both to the sins themselves and to sins committed in our past lives. Generally, one commits sinful activities due to ignorance, but ignorance is no excuse for evading the reaction. Sinful activities. Sinful activities are of two kinds, those that are mature and those that are not mature. The sinful activities for which we are suffering at the present moment are called mature. The many sinful activities stored within us for which we have not yet suffered are considered immature. For example, a man may have committed criminal acts but not yet been arrested for them. Now, as soon as he is detected, arrest is awaiting him. Similarly, for some of our sinful activities, we are awaiting distresses in future, and for others, which are mature, we are suffering at the present moment. In this way, there is a chain of sinful activities and their concomitant distresses, and the conditioned soul is suffering life after life due to these sins. He is suffering in the present life and the results of sinful activities from his past life, and he is meanwhile creating further sufferings for his future life. Mature sinful activities are exhibited in one's if one is suffering from some chronic disease, if one is suffering from some legal implication, if one is born in a low and degraded family, or if one is uneducated or very ugly. There are many other results of past sinful activities for which we are suffering at the present moment, and we may be suffering in the future due to our present sinful activities. But all of these reactions to sinful deeds can immediately be stopped if we take to Krishna consciousness. As evidence for this, Rupa Goswami quotes from Srimad Bhagavatam 11th Canto 14th chapter verse 19. This verse is in connection with the Lord Krishna's instructions to Uddhava, where he says, My dear Uddhava, devotional service unto me is just like a blazing fire which can burn into ashes unlimited fuels applied to it. The purport is that as the blazing fire can burn any amount of fuel to ashes, so devotional service to the Lord in Krishna consciousness can burn up all the fuels of sinful activities. For example, in the Gita, Arjuna thought that fighting was a sinful activity. But Krishna engaged him on the battlefield under his order, and so the fighting became devotional service. Therefore, Arjuna was not subjected to any sinful reaction. Srila Rupa Goswami quotes another verse from the third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, 33rd chapter, verse 6, in which Devhuti addresses his son Kapil Deva and says, "My dear Lord, there are 9 different kinds of devotional service, beginning with the hearing and chanting. Anyone hears about your pastimes, who chants about your glories, who offers you obeisances, who thinks of you, and in this way executes any of the 9 kinds of devotional service, even if he is born in a family of dog eaters, the lowest grade of mankind, becomes immediately qualified to perform sacrifices. As such, how is it possible that anyone actually engaged in devotional service is full Krishna consciousness has not become purified? It is not possible. One who is engaged in Krishna consciousness and devotional service has without doubt become freed from all contaminations of material sinful activities. Devotional service therefore has the power to actually nullify all kinds of reactions to sinful deeds. A devotee is nevertheless always alert not to commit any sinful activities. This is his specific qualification as a devotee. Thus, Srimad Bhagavatam states that by performing devotional service, a person who was born even in a family of dog eaters may become eligible to take part in the performance of the ritualistic ceremonies recommended in the Vedas. It is implicit in this statement that a person born into a family of dog eaters is generally not fit for performing yajna or sacrifice. The priestly caste in charge of performing these ritualistic ceremonies recommended in the Vedas is called the Brahmana order. Unless one is a Brahmana, he cannot perform these ceremonies. Someone else can continue.
A person is born in a Brahmana family or in a family of dog eaters due to his past activities. If a person is born in a family of dog eaters, it means that his past activities were all sinful. But if even such a person takes to the path of devotional service and begins to chant the holy name of the Lord, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, he is at once fit to perform the ritualistic ceremonies. This means that his sinful reactions have immediately become neutralized.
Hari Om Tat Sat.
Yeah, you can continue after some time. I'll give you a basic explanation of what has been told now. Because if you keep on reading, then you just read, but you won't understand. It's a little heavy subject, and every single paragraph has a very deep meaning. So better to understand it and then proceed. Very, very wonderful, which even you wouldn't have heard before. That kind of informations are there here. So in this chapter, we are going to see that what are the characteristics of pure devotional service. Everybody, even in Krishna conscious movement, they execute devotional service. But is the devotional service pure? How pure it is? So how do we understand? In order to execute pure devotional service or aspire for pure devotional service, or to discriminate what is pure devotional service or not, we are having this chapter which describes the characteristics of pure devotional service. So in the introduction, we saw the definition of pure devotional service. Definition of pure devotional service is Anya Bilashita Sunyam, Jnana Karmadi Anavritam, Anukulena Krishna Nusiranam Bhakti Ruttama. Same way, another is also that Sarvo Upadi Vinir Muktam Tattvaratvena Nirmalam, Rishigena Rishikesa Sevanam Bhakti Ruchyate. So that is also another definition. In this way, only 2 definitions given by Rupa Goswami of Bhakti is that, which basically tells one should not be in bodily concept, any identification as a Gravastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasi, young, old, I am young, I am old, I am boy, I am girl. In this way, all temporary designations which keep changing and identifying ourselves. So this designation, I'm an engineer, I'm a doctor, I'm Indian, I'm American. In this way, the designation, any designation, material designation, is temporary. Even Varnashrama Dharma designations are temporary, because somebody brahmachari may become a grahastha. So even and Kali Yuga, a grahastha may be there may be a divorce. Then he is no more grahastha, he is not vanaprastha. He is neither brahmachari. So there may be a person who is out of varnashrama. So in this way, the bodily identification, one is outside the bodily identification, then he is executing Krishna consciousness. Sarvo upadir vinirmuktam tatparatvena nirmalam. Nirmalam means pure, clear. Malam means dirt. Nirmalam means very pure and clear without any dirt. What is the dirt? Misidentification with any temporary bodily designation. I am a girl, so I will join into Women's Forum of Krishna Consciousness. I am a man, so I will subdue all the women that nobody, Vaishnavis cannot preach. I will tell. Bodily designation. Next life you may become a woman, then what will you do? Or I'm a youth, I will join a youth forum. So when you become 40-year-old, will you be still a member of youth forum? It's a temporary designation. So this kind of temporary designation based service is not pure. So that is sarva upadir vinirmuktam. Upadi means the various designations we have acquired due to the temporary body. So not identifying with the body is one thing, and not identifying with the designations which come along with the temporary body also. Sarva upadir vinirmuktam. In that particular pure platform, tat paratvena, tat paratva. Paratva means I identify myself only as a spirit soul and then servant of Krishna. Not I'm a grahastha, I'm servant of Krishna. I'm a brahmachari, I'm servant of Krishna. Not like that. Sarva upadir vinirmaktam. After giving up all the designation related with the material body, which I'm not. Then the spirit soul stands. Then I'm not the body, I'm spirit soul. And I'm servant of Krishna. That paratvena nirmalam, that transcendental paratva. Paratma means transcendental. Paratvena nirmalam, pure platform. Vasudeva sattva, Visuddha sattva. Tat paratvena nirmalam. In that particular platform, Rishikena Rishikesa Sevanam Bhakti Ruchyate. Rishika he is the Lord of the senses. The senses must be engaged in the service of the Lord. So when such method, whether physical sense, gross sense, or subtle sense, or the spiritual senses, so they come in line with each other. They come in line with each other because we don't identify with our bodily designation. This is also one Bhakti's definition given by Rupa Goswami. These are the two definitions. Yesterday we saw Anyabhilashita Sunyam. Jnana and karma should not be mixed. So it requires a great faith to take Kevala Bhakti. Kevala means only Bhakti, then it is pure. Kevala milk means don't mix anything with the milk, then it is Kevala, only milk. That is pure milk. Not mixed with anything. Preservative, no, okay. Have you mixed sugar? No. Have you mixed milk powder? No. Have you mixed water? No. Enhancer? No. No need to enhance. No need to subdue. As it is pure. Anything as it is called pure. So anything as it is, which actually devotional service as it is called pure, which actually means you have not mixed it with anything, karma, jnana, or yogic process. I'll do chanting like a meditative process. Then you have mixed meditation there. I will philosophically understand and philosophically execute Krishna. Then you have mixed philosophy there. Kevala Bhakti requires a great level of simplicity and tolerance. Where a jnani or a karmi may blaspheme us, but we should be very tolerant and see the quality very high class. Pure devotional service is so pure. The love a jiva executes to Krishna without any expectation. Karma yoga has expectation. Jnana yoga has expectation. Ashtanga Siddhi yoga has expectation. And anybody who mixes this with devotional service have expectation, at least to develop Siddha Dega, at least to go back home, back to Godhead. Some desire is there. So pure means no. I am loving Krishna because I love Krishna. Why? simply because I love Krishna. That's it. So this is great level, this is very advanced stage, but it is promoted by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu very easily. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is requesting us to have a great level of simplicity. In order to attain this, one should have a great level of simplicity. You see, Guru Maharaj is the most simple person you can ever see. He's not showing very greatness. That itself will make very complicated people move away from Guru Maharaj. If they are very complicated, they are crooked, they are political, thinking themselves to be very intelligent. These kind of people cannot approach Guru Maharaj with a sincere heart. You can see that. You can see they won't come, they won't get attracted because they are not simple at heart. So the starting itself, you see, what high class is pure devotional service. In Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 29th chapter, verse 12, 13, Srila Kapila Deva, while instructing his mother Devahuti, has given the following characteristics of pure devotional service. My dear mother, those who are my pure devotees, who have no desire for material benefit. Of course, most of the devotees will not have any desire for material benefit. Okay, and most of the devotees may also not have philosophical speculation. Possibilities are there. We see devotees with requirement for material benefit also. My dear Krishna, I want to come to your temple. Please make my feet all right. I'm having trouble with my feet. But with the trouble of the feet, we still execute Krishna consciousness without asking Krishna, knowing that he is a Supreme Personality of Godhead. Approaching him because he is a Supreme Personality of Godhead, anything is possible by him. Knowing that information brings a contamination, that I will approach him in order to extract something out of the most powerful person. And I will make my feet all right, which is not just used for going to the temple, but is also used for many other purposes. But simply tolerate and then perform devotional service as much as possible with that facility which is given. That is pure devotional service. So no material benefit, no philosophical speculation. Okay. So jnana karma di anavritam. Jnana and karma here, material benefit means karma. And jnana means philosophical speculation. Having their minds so much engaged in my service that they are never interested in asking me for anything. This is very, very special. You see the next paragraph, then you will understand what anything means. We don't ask anything as a return for devotional service, except to be engaged in the service. We ask to be engaged in the service and nothing else. Personally, nothing. They do not even beg to live in my abode with me. See? Wow. This is super pure. Okay, I don't ask anything material from Krishna. I'm not speculating anymore. Okay, fine. They don't even beg to live in my and work very hard to go back using Krishna's name. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Why are you doing? Because I want liberation. I want to go back home back to God. Of course, Guru wants all his disciples to go back home back to God. That is Guru's desire. But a disciple has to have faith on Guru. My Guru will take me. And we just need to be involved in, simply engaged in service. We can desire to be engaged in service and not even beg to live in my own abode with me. Oh, Goloka is so beautiful. Okay. So there was a joke which came in WhatsApp and many social media. I saw that very nice joke, very funny, which said that somebody is Googling and the Google is chasing with a stick that devotee. So somebody going and Googling how to reach Goloka without chanting. Like Google is chasing him with a stick like this. So people generally want to go back. Goloka, they hear, wow, no birth, no death, no old age. No, this seems to be a good offer. Okay, so what do I need to do this? You have a process, you have to apply. Okay, how? Chant, okay. So here, Kapila Dev is saying, they do not even beg to live in my own abode with me. There are 5 kinds of liberation, 5 kinds of mukti. To become one with the Lord, which is called Sayujya Mukti. This, that is Sayujya Mukti, which generally devotees don't desire. To merge into the Lord. This is a desire only, liberation, which he is desiring. It's temporary, but still it's a liberation state. Sayujya Mukti. And second is to live with the Supreme Lord on the same planet, which is Salokya. Loka, living in the same loka of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And third is to have the same feature as the Lord. Sarubhya. So how do I remember that? Sayujya, you remember, that is merging with the Lord. Yujya. Next is to live with the Supreme Loka, Loka, you remember. So Salokya. Sa means the same loka. Sa means same loka. So same planet to live. Salokya Mukti. This Mukti, some of them desire, I want to go to Vaikuntha, Vaikuntha Prapti, I want to go to Vaikuntha. I want Mukti, Mukti, Mukti. Don't want to be born again. Oh, no, I don't want to be born again. I want to go to the place where Krishna is there, Krishna Loka. So the desire to go in to live the Supreme Lord's planet. Even though Guru may bless a disciple with various muktis, because rather than staying in the material world, Guru always wants his disciple to be promoted to spiritual world. That is always there. But as an individual, when practicing Krishna consciousness, you should not have all these desires. Two, Salogya Mukti, second Mukti. Third kind of Mukti is to have the same feature. Simply putting Changu and Chakra. Sankh, Chakra, 4 hands. So they guarantee 4 hands, you will go like Jaya and Vijaya. They don't understand properly the mood of the Supreme Lord, but still they are standing outside the door. And then when somebody tries to enter into the spiritual world is all welcoming, but they stopped them and chased them away, kind of thing. Then they came back. Of course, they didn't come out of the curse of the 4 Kumaras, but they came out of the desire for the Lord to fight with them, chivalry. They want to execute the rasa of chivalry. So he appointed these 2 people to come and execute that here in the material world. But anyway, having 4-hand form, you can see in many Vishnu temples, you can see that the Vaikuntha people like Jaya Vijaya, having 4 hands, same like them, like the Lord. Sarubhya, having a form like the Lord. Even Uddhava attained the Sarubhya, because Uddhava looks exactly like Krishna, because he will wear what Krishna wore, the garland Krishna wore. Only Krishna's Mahaprasada may lead. He will dress what Krishna gave as remnants. So, and he was thinking Krishna Smarana so much that he became black color and looking almost similar to Krishna. And when Uddhava went to Vrindavan, even the gopis thought that Krishna had come from far away, they saw. Then when they approached nearby, they understood it's not Krishna. So having a same form of the Lord is one of the mukti, so Sarubhya mukti it is called. So that is Sarubhya, third type of liberation. And a devotee who wants to speak of rejecting material sense gratification does not even want any of the fine kind of liberation. Salogya, Sarubhya, Samibhya. There is one more Samibhya here, that to enjoy the opulence. This is, same feature as the Lord, Sarubhya mukti. And please hold on. So Salogya Mukti, Sarubhya Mukti. Next comes the Sashti. Sashti. Sashti is same opulence of the Lord. Some people desire name, fame, glory, 6 opulence. More than 6, Krishna has unlimited opulence. And the 6 primary opulence. Somebody renunciation, they want renunciation. They want to be a sannyasi. They want to detach everything. And the greatest detacher in the whole world. So that is also one of the opulence of the Lord. Lord only can be the greatly detached Lord Chaitanya. He is the renounced form of the Lord. All 6 opulences, most beautiful, most famous. So somebody would like to enjoy the same opulence of the Lord. So while chanting Hare Krishna, they may have this kind of desire. So this is also Sashti. It is called Sashti. Then comes Lord's Aishwarya. It is called Sashti. And then to live in the companion of the Lord, it is Samiba, Samibhya Mukti. So Samibhya Mukti. So you have Sayujya Mukti, Salogya Mukti, Sarubhya Mukti, Sashti, then Sayujya and Sarubhya Mukti. Then comes the last is Samiba Mukti. So you understand, like these kind of muktis are there. A devotee wants to speak of rejecting. What to speak of rejecting only material sense gratification. This is very much promoted in Krishna conscious movement, that a devotee will reject material sense gratification. But still we can see the tinge of all this kind of 5 kind of liberation desires are there within the heart. We can say that you want to be very renounced person. You want to show that I don't even look at girls. I don't even think in my dreams about girls. Why not you marry a Vaishnavi and live? Because you don't have control, but you have a desire to be a great renounced person, show off to others that you are a great renounced person. And like this, or I don't even want, you have a good, wealthy, rich house, you sell this property and you donate it to the temple, that I am a renounced person. Or somebody may want fame and they will go, okay, I'll become famous in the internet, then I'll preach in Krishna consciousness. And their aim is to become very famous, either amongst devotees or among public. And they come and they manipulate Krishna consciousness, they talk something. So we understand, okay, they have this desire to be very famous. One of the opulence of Krishna, they desire. So that is there. So in this way, that means their desire is to have Sashti, means a similar feature as the Lord. So Lord is famous. We have to make him famous. Why we have to be famous? If Krishna gives fame forcefully, like to Arjuna, he gave fame forcefully despite Yudhishthira is going to be appointed as king, but all the fame came to Vijaya. Arjuna's another name is Vijaya. He got all the Jaya, all the glories. So like pure devotees like Guru Maharaj, they simply execute Prabhupada's instruction. They don't marketing plan, they don't intelligently plan, I will target schools, I will target college. No, as and when he tried to execute the order of his spiritual master, as and when the time situation came, and he just sincerely executed every moment and is naturally famous. Not that he planned like this, he did like this strategically. People have so much confidence on their own intelligence and they think everything is done only by the intelligence. But the spirit soul's affection for Krishna is greater. The spirit soul's affection for Guru is greater. It is the spirit soul which is making the subtle and gross body work. But people have so much faith on subtle body more than gross body and think very proud about themselves. The intelligence is also part of the gross subtle body. So they're very proud of their own whatever material body. So that bodily concept, whether you are in subtle bodily concept or gross bodily concept, very, very low level, they have not even entered into Krishna consciousness because they're still in bodily concept. They may not be gross bodily concept. Gross bodily, they would have shown as big renunciates. But the subtle bodily, they are so conscious about their own mind and their own intelligence, not depending on the Supreme Lord as a spirit soul, individually executing as a spirit soul. So he is satisfied by simply discharging. So what will a devotee do when he done doing all these things? He is satisfied simply by discharging loving service to the Lord. He just is happy. This is the characteristics of pure devotion. So you see, the characteristic of pure devotion is beyond all desire for liberation. And also jnana, karma, any materialistic things, which is considered high class. Yoga, All yoga processes are considered meditation. A person is able to concentratedly do something for a long time. People appreciate, oh, great, very good concentration, which is very public is glorifying. But in Krishna consciousness, that is said to be a contamination in the pure devotional service. So that is a characteristic like dhyana. So you're using your mind only to concentrate. So mind is actually belong to the material body. But you as a spirit soul, you're not individually acting. So what is the spirit soul? What it can do is further explained. Okay, fine, you're telling all these things I cannot do. Then what can I do? What can a spirit soul do? That also very nicely explained, we will see. So in the above statement by Kapila Deva from Srimad Bhagavatam, the actual position of a pure devotee is described, and the primary characteristics of devotional service is also described. So further characteristics of devotional service is described by Rupa Goswami with evidences from different scriptures. So further characteristics, this already is the characteristics. That is also characteristics. And also Kapila Dev is mentioning that 6 kind of liberation. So when we are singing the Damodar Ashtakam, we sing every year on Kartik month. We all sing Damodar Ashtakam. Namamishwaram Satsidanam Darupam Lasatkundalam Goku Levrajamanam. So in that, if you see, one verse is coming for our ceremony is also mentioning about the characteristics of pure devotional service. Varam deva moksham na mokshavadim va nachamyam bruneham vareshadaviha. Like this. So I don't want varam deva moksham na mokshavadim va. I don't want any of these kind of liberation. Simply saying I don't want liberation doesn't mean you are not desiring for liberation. But you see, I want to go back home, back to Godhead. I want to go to Goloka. Why you are practicing Krishna consciousness? A question which has to be asked. Why are you practicing Krishna consciousness? So some of them may say, because I want to go back home, back to Godhead. I want to go to Goloka. I don't want birth, death, old age, disease. This world is a nasty place. I want to get escaped from this. Very rarely we hear people saying, I want to get Krishna Prem. And that also need not be done. Even that Guru will give, that much faith we should have. We should not desire anything for ourselves, but engage in the service because of our natural constitutional position is to be servant of Krishna, because my Guru ordered me to do so. Is a perfect statement. Why you are executing Krishna consciousness? Because my Guru ordered me. Most neophyte will also tell that. Most advanced person will also tell that. So in between, we may get carried away by our own desire, even spiritually. So there are 5 kinds of liberation also. So this is added by Rupa Goswami. The evidences from scriptures, further characteristics is given. Okay, more than the 6 kinds of liberation. One is the pure devotional service brings immediate relief from all kinds of material distress. This in Sanskrit is called Klesha Agni. Klesha Agni. People declare material world is full of suffering. Material world is full of suffering. This is the only marketing strategy they know and nothing else. They cannot provoke the love of God in another person's heart because they don't have it. Their heart is hard, like a stone. How will you provoke? So pure devotional service will bring immediate relief from all kinds of material distress. Not that you say, Goloka Vrindavana, there is no distress, material world is full of distress. So what you do is you get a visa, I will supply you visa, I am visa supplying agent. So you are not preaching pure devotional service because you are making them desire for Salogya Mukti. So you are a propagator of Salogya Mukti, which actually means you are not propagator of pure devotional service described by Rupa Goswami. So pure devotional service brings immediate relief. No need to separately say that. So engage them in pure devotional service. The Klesha Agni, 3 types of Kleshas are there. So Adibaudiga Klesha, Adhyatmika Klesha, and Adidaiviga Klesha. Any problems in the world can be listed under these 3 categories. So all these things will be removed when somebody executes pure devotional service. So our aim is to simply not tell the phala to them, but engage them in that particular devotional service. And pure devotional service is the beginning of all auspiciousness. That is second characteristic. So all distress, when one starts executing pure devotional service, he will come out of all material distress. This is the first. And Rupa Goswami will evidentially prove it with some pastimes or some happenings or conversations. He will prove this to us. Second, pure devotional service is Subhada. Subhada means brings all auspiciousness. So when this happens, I'll just tell you, just hold on. Rajeshwara Prabhu, Bhagavatam Prabhu called you, seems some emergency. Bhagavatam Prabhu called you. So second is Subhada. Subhada means auspiciousness. Not only gone, all kinds of material distress. Not only that, simultaneously auspiciousness will also arise. So when Guru gives initiation, he sows a seed of pure devotional service, Bhakti Lata Bij. When Guru is giving initiation, he is sowing the seed in the heart of the disciple. Guru has come from the spiritual world with lot of seeds in the hand. What is the name of the seed? Bhakti Lata Bij, pure devotional seed of pure devotional service. He has brought from the spiritual world that he will sow in the heart of the disciple who has kept himself clean for 1 year. 6 months for shelter we practice, and 16 rounds, and 6 months waiting for initiation we practice. Minimum. Not only chanting and all other things. And then the field is ready, then the Guru will give the seed. Then when the seed is sown in the heart, then two things will arise. Seed in the fertile, nicely fertile land, then what will happen? The seed will sprout. So first two leaves which are coming out of Bhakti Lata are called Subhada and what is that? Kleshagni and Subhada. So simultaneously, first Kleshagni, all material distress will go. When you took up Krishna consciousness, you remember even Srila Prabhupada is also our Shiksha Guru. He also spreads this wonderful Krishna consciousness. When we took up Krishna consciousness, we saw that all the distress are just gone. I was so distressed. I remember before 10 years or 5 years, oh my God, I was so nasty. How I got so much relief. Every single devotee can come to this realization. 100% can write and give. Every single devotee who's follower of Srila Prabhupada will feel this. And then the pure devotional service also, all auspiciousness, we will see all auspiciousness in our life. So this is the first characteristics. And then gradually we will see the other characteristics. Pure devotional service automatically puts on transcendental pleasure. Then we will also get Ananda, Subhada, Sudurlabha. Where is that? This is Sudurlabha. Yeah, puts it in the transcendental pleasure, Ananda. So, Kleshagni, Subhada, then you get happiness, unlimited bliss, Krishna conscious bliss. And after that, it is also very rarely achieved. It's not that after, simultaneously these things may happen. So this is called Sudurlabha, very, very rare to attain. Sudurlabha. And then those in the pure devotion, Moksha Lagda Kriti. So Moksha Lagda Kriti means those who are in pure devotional service deride even the conception of liberation. Moksha, I don't care for moksha. I don't want mukti, but I want bhakti. More and more, it's like an intoxicant. You want more and more and more, like drugs. You take it, the drug person, you ask, what do you want? Anything, you want money? Yeah, I want money to buy drugs only. You want this? No, I don't want it. You want dress? No, I don't want it. You want to dress nicely and go out? No. You want a good food? No. You want something very sweet, nice to drink? No, I don't want. You want to marry a beautiful girl? No. What do you want? I want drugs. Anything you give me, I'll convert it into a drug because it is intoxicating. Same way, pure devotional service, which is our original constitutional position, is so intoxicating that anything else will be used only in the conception of devotion is everything. The conception of liberation also we won't bother. Moksha, kriti. And pure devotional service and Krishna Akarshini. So Prabhupada gave us one secret. Don't try to see Krishna. Act in such a way that Krishna will see you. Now the question is how to act in that way that Krishna will see me. So here we are seeing that pure devotional service is the only means to attract Krishna. What does the word Krishna mean? What does the name Krishna mean? Can somebody give the definition of the name?
Attractive.
All attractive. Very good. Akarshana iti Krishna. Akarshan. All attractive. Krishna is all attractive. Everybody is just a glimpse of Krishna they want. Lakshmi is massaging. Little kataksha. Kataksha means corner of the eye. One time will not see me. One time, very rarely he sees. So many yogis and jnanis are doing tapasya and so many things just to get a glimpse of Krishna. So he attracts everybody. But what will attract Krishna? Secret is only means to attract Krishna. But I want to attract Krishna. Krishna is all attractive. How will a jiva attract Krishna? How can I act in such a way that Krishna will turn back and look at me? So pure devotional service is the only means. But we have to understand pure devotional service properly. So many mental speculative ideas are there. Whatever they do, they authorize it as pure devotional service. That is not. Scriptures are giving. Prabhupada is giving. You directly learn from Prabhupada and understand why you have to be misguided by somebody who want to define themselves as a pure devotee. Be careful. Be always careful that we have got this life, we have got this beautiful Krishna consciousness. And so pure devotional service is the only means to attract Krishna. So even it attracts. Krishna Akarshini. Pure devotional service has one characteristic that it can attract Krishna. So Krishna is all attractive, but pure devotional service attracts even him. This means that the pure devotional service is even transcendently stronger than Krishna himself, because it is Krishna's internal potency. So from this we can understand who can attract Krishna, who is stronger than Krishna transcendently. Krishna, one of the 6 opulence of Krishna is strength, right? But there is something higher to Krishna, which is attracting even Krishna, which is even transcendently stronger than Krishna. That is why we are again and again telling, go to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, go to Guru Maharaj, who is expert in Lord Chaitanya, and Prabhupada handed over Lord Chaitanya's complete world, universe to Guru Maharaj. So again and again, why are we telling this? Not just because, okay, we have anyway taken initiation from Jayapatara Swami Guru Maharaj, so we will promote him. No, just truth from the scriptures evidentially proved. The pure devotional service is even transcendently stronger than Krishna himself, so that Krishna want to execute pure devotional service. He comes as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Shakti is higher than the Shaktiman. Which Shakti? The Andaranga Shakti. Because Krishna's Andaranga Shakti is even powerful than Krishna himself. Just read this one statement as a plain, simple English. You will understand everything. What is there to question in this? Pure devotional service is even transcendently stronger than Krishna. Prabhupada is writing. Something is higher than Krishna. That is pure devotional service. Why? Because it is Krishna's internal potency. Who's the internal potency of Krishna? We are all marginal potencies, jivas. Who's the internal potency of Krishna? Can anyone tell? Yes. Srimati Radha. Yes. Krishna's internal potency. So Krishna himself wants to know how the Sakti acts. And he came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is in a complete form. Krishna and Radha together, Radharani together. That is the most powerful form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Even more powerful than Krishna. Stronger than Krishna. Can you see in Prabhupada's book? Prabhupada is writing that transcendently stronger than Krishna himself. Prabhupada is the one who's writing this, Baba. It is not that Guru Maharaj is promoting Lord Chaitanya, but Guru Prabhupada, no deviation from Acharya Parampara. Guru Maharaj has understood the essence because he sincerely served his spiritual master. Spiritual master is pleased with his service. Then spiritual master gave so many personal instructions. There are so many people who never got a mercy of getting even one personal instruction from spiritual master and roaming around as great person in social media here, there, no. But here, one who has pleased the spiritual master in the Acharya Parampara, authorized the spiritual master like Prabhupada. So then they understand the Sara, the essence, and they promote it. And we should stick to such pure devotees. We'll attain everything. We'll attain everything simply by sticking to the lotus feet of such spiritual master. So in this way, Rupa Goswami is explaining 6 different types of pure devotional service characteristics. So every one of this 6 is explained as different paragraphs or different topics. First is Kleshagni, relief from material distress. This is Kleshagni. So in Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says that one should surrender unto him, giving up all other engagements. The Lord also gives his word that he will protect surrendered souls. So here, how Kleshagni, what is Klesha? Klesha means distress. There are 3 types of distress, as I told you. Adi Atmiga Klesha, Adi Baudiga Klesha, and Adi Daiviga Klesha. Adi Atmiga Klesha is distress arising from one's own mind and body. Adi Atmiga Klesha. Adi Baudiga Klesha means the other living entities, other things around us, giving us distress. That may be anybody, any other living entity. So that is Adi Baudiga Klesha. Third is directly they may give, indirectly they may give. And the third is Adi Daiviga Klesha, natural calamities, natural environment, situation, overheat, overcold, this kind of distresses. So here it is mentioned that if you execute pure devotional service, you'll get relief from all this kind of material distress. So in Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says that one should. So how this distress happens? This distress happens is because we have done sinful activities many lifetimes, and they are in various forms. So that is also compared to a bija. When we do a karma activity which is sinful, it is considered as a seed. So if you sow a seed, you won't immediately see the result. Sometimes we see people asking, oh, he's a bad man, he's killing so many people, he's stealing, he's such a bad man. But nothing is happening to him. He's growing more and more, and he's earning more and more. He's taking bribe, and he's very wealthy, and he's very healthy, and everything is nice for him. Why it is happening? No, because every time the sinful activity is like a bija. Either sinful activity or pious activity is a bija, and it grows like a tree and it gives the fruit. That is karma phala. Karma means activity. It's like a seed, karma bija. And karma bija, that seed will grow. At last, it will give karma phala. So the phala may come in the same life or it may come in next life. Depends on the intensity of the karma. Depends on, like if you put a tomato seed or something, if you put a methi seed, in 2 days, 3 days you see, next day you see sprout. Mung dal, green mung dal. You soak in water, immediately you'll see the sprout. And within 2 to 3 days, you will see that the big plant is coming very nicely, like this. Sometimes, but if you put a mango seed or something, you won't see anything. And there must be 1 rain and 2 rain. And suddenly one day you will see a small sapling there. Oh my God. Long time, 2 years back, I threw a seed there. It has come now, like this. So, but the intensity of the karma, the phala may be either sweet or bitter or sour, depending on that. So the distress come because of this, only that phala, karma phala. So now bija from various stages, the karma, the phala is there. So in Bhagavad Gita, Lord says that one should surrender sarvadharman parityaja. Sarvadharman parityaja, give other all other engagements. The Lord, other engagements means Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Siddhi Yoga, not your regular, you just need to eat for your food and shelter. You're going for some work. So people misunderstand that you give up all other engagements. Sarvadharman parityaja. Sorry, I resigned my job. Why? Because sarvadharman parityaja. No. So dharma, what is defined in the scriptures as dharma? Karma yoga, performing family functions. This is my kandanta. This is my family heritage. In our family, we do this puja, this practice, that practice. Or I'm a grahastha, I will do this. I'm a vanaprastha, I'll do this. I'm a brahmachari, I will not do this, I will do this. In this way, identifying ourselves, dharmic activities. Sarva dharman parityaja. So Krishna is asking you to leave the dharmic activities, which you have identified sanskar. Amara India mein, Amara Desh mein. First of all, you are not a body, you are spirit soul. In this life, you may belong here. Next life, you will belong to Mecca and Medina. Then what will you? You will come do what? So otherwise, you may be born in some atheistic family somewhere. You may be born in China or you may be born in some other place. In this way, so beyond it is beyond it. So dharma parityaja. So Krishna is asking us to leave other kinds of religion. You have identified yourself with. This is Patni Dharma, that is Pati Dharma, this is Praja Dharma. So like many dharmas, so he's asking to give it up. Mam ekam sharanam braja. So the Lord also gives us word. Mam ekam sharanam braja, aham tvam sarva pabepyo mokshai. Papa mukti, papa moksha. From all reactions. But Rupa Goswami is telling that why only surrender to Krishna, you will get only the sinful reactions, phala, karma phala, you will get relief. But if you execute Krishna, which is the result of the previous life sins, which is matured in itself. One commits sinful activities, that is why distress is coming. So we are seeing the first characteristic of devotional service. What is the sufferings which we can have? What are all the types of suffering which we can have? And how it is in the form of a seed. Every activity is in the form of a seed, and the seed grows into various stages. So I'm stopping here. We will read about this various seed and the various kleshagni, and we will see how pure devotional service will give relief from all material distress in the next week. Maybe 2 or 3 characteristics we can finish next week, or all the characteristics, depending upon that. At least 2 or 3 characteristics we can finish. Very important for a devotee who would like to progress in Krishna consciousness is you have a scale in which you can measure your progress. It's very important for anybody regularly checking his own progress. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu gives you an opportunity to qualitatively increase your Krishna consciousness. This is quality. Not that quality you concentratedly chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, don't talk in between. Prabhupada was talking. So you're underestimating Prabhupada. All these are bogus philosophies, mental speculative ideas with a conditioned soul which is identifying itself to be a body, and it will bring chanting and will give its own philosophy, and 1,000 fools will follow it who are seriously considering themselves to be body. So they are LKG fail and they want to be PhD teacher. No, the characteristic of pure devotional service and how to execute it is very well defined. We are Rupa Gunugas. We are following in the footsteps of Rupa Goswami, and Prabhupada day and night has sat and translated these books for whom? For us to understand, so that we don't get misguided by any other bogus ideas. Okay, thank you very much. We will enjoy the nectar and try to understand what pure devotional service is from the mouth of Rupa Goswami, translated by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai.
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 Any questions or comments? Rajesh? Oh, Krishna.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So if there are no comments or a realization, then have you seen what is in the chat? Huh?
No, I didn't see. Tell me, what is that? Science, yeah, okay.
Okay. So then we'll resume sharp start at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning with the chanting of the holy name, followed by Srimad Bhagavatam class, and Nectar of Devotion will be continued next Saturday.
Yes.
Thank you. Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
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 Bhagavad Satsang ki jai.
Jai.
Panchakalpatarubhyascha kripa
Sakalubhyascha Devacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha.
Patita Pansila Prabhupada ki jai.
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 Patita Pansila